Amit, how are you?
Very fine, sir.
Okay, Amit, tell me something about yourself.
My name is Amit Chauhan. I basically hail from district Hamirpur in Himachal Pradesh. Hamirpur is my hometown and I have done my schooling in the same city. I have done my matriculation from Sanatan Dharam Public School in 2013 and I have completed my senior secondary in 2014. After completing my senior secondary, I have done my Bachelor of Technology in under Himachal Pradesh Technical University in 2019. During my Bachelor of Technology, I have done my internship in Mahindra and Mahindra Limited. After completing my BTech, I have joined the same company and I worked for them from July 2018 to January 2018. In my family, I currently live with my parents and grandparents. I have one brother and I am the younger one. My hobbies are playing keyboard, traveling and listening to music. About my strengths and weaknesses, my strengths are I am adaptable to different situations as I have completed different Bharat Scout and Guide training camps all over India during my school time. I have good leadership skills as I was selected as vice head boy in 2013 and head boy as 2014 of the whole school. I am very friendly and I have positive attitude. I am very disciplined and my weaknesses are I basically cannot tolerate people who behaves casually in professional workspace. That's all.
Okay, no problems. Why do you want to join Merchant Navy, Amit?
Merchant Navy is very lucrative job. Basically, you are allowed to shoulder very big responsibilities at a very young age. There is a pride in wearing a uniform. You live a luxurious life as well as you are responsible for something. That's the one thing that I want to enjoy Merchant Navy.
Okay. Why do you want to join Anglo-Indian Shipping Company?
Anglo-Eastern Group is one of the best shipping companies best group in the whole world. I think it will provide me a perfect platform to share my skills or to share my skills on
On a good platform, okay.
Yes, sir. On the other hand, Anglo-Eastern Maritime Academy is the best academy in all over India. So I will be more than happy to join it.
Okay. Amit, next question is why should I select you over others? There are 11 students sitting outside and they also want to join Anglo-Indian as desperately as you want to join. Why should I select you over others?
As I told you before, I am very disciplined. I can very easily cope with new environments and new people. And
Don't give up. कोशिश कर. दिल से याद करें ईश्वर की क्या तो अच्छा कर सकता है भी. But in English.
I can cope with different situations.
Amit, who is the Finance Minister of India?
Nirmala Sitharaman.
Okay, who is the Defense Minister of India?
Rajnath Singh.
अमित, अगर मुझे मुंबई से न्यूयॉर्क जाना है, what sea route do I need to follow? Mumbai to New York.
Okay. You can pass through Suez Canal.
Okay, yes, that's right. Suez Canal, which two water bodies does Suez Canal connect?
Connects Mediterranean Sea and Pacific Ocean.
Not Pacific Ocean, guys. Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. अच्छा, Amit, what is superheat?
Superheat. It is a heat which must be provided to any liquid to convert its phase to superheated phase, from liquid to superheated phase, or to vapor to superheated phase.
Okay, guys. Okay, Amit, let's talk about name some refrigerants.
Some of the refrigerants are CFC. I will start with CFCs. The basic CFCs are R11 and R12. R11 is Freon 11, R12 is Freon 12. Then comes HCFCs, that's R1134 and R123 and R22. Then I will come with HFCs, that's R134A and R. I know only one.
No problem. अच्छा Amit, what about CFCs? मतलब are CFCs still in use? If yes, then why HCFCs came into place or why HFCs are being used? What's the thing?
So CFCs are currently no longer in use because the chlorine atom in CFCs basically deploys the ozone layer, which causes the greenhouse.
Destroys the ozone.
Destroys the ozone layer, which causes the ozone layer depletion, and UV rays enters the Earth's atmosphere, and we all of us have the negative effect on it. That's why HCFCs came into place. But HCFCs also have its disadvantages. HCFCs basically dissociates the chlorine atom below the stratosphere, but still it converts into HCl and does the acid rain. So to conquer that disadvantage, we will be currently using HFCs only on board ships from 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Other than HCFCs, HFCs, there was also ammonia being brought into use and even CO2.
Yes.
Yes. तो CO2 क्यों नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं हम लोग as a refrigerant? Why?
So the positive thing about CO2 is its boiling point is at -48 to -60 degrees Celsius. But it has its own disadvantages. It has to be worked on very high pressure, almost 70 to 80 bars pressure we have to give. In normal refrigerants, 18 to 90 bars is sufficient. That's why CO2, we do not use CO2 as a refrigerant as common. Another thing is, you talked about ammonia. Ammonia is very toxic. It has very pungent flavor, and ammonia is highly flammable gas. So that's why ammonia is not currently is not in use.
Okay, next question is, what is the function of thermostatic expansion valve?
Thermostatic expansion valves basically regulates the flow of refrigerant in the refrigeration system. It has a thermostatic valve which basically takes input from a sensor which is placed outside the evaporator, outside the evaporator line, where it can explain in the.
Oh yes, please.
It regulates the amount of refrigerant that flows through the condenser to the evaporator. It also does the work of reducing the temperature as well as reducing the pressure of the refrigerant. In basic refrigerators, a capillary tube is used for this function. This thermostatic valve will close down or will reduce the pressure if the temperature of the evaporator is low. If the temperature of this steam is high, very high, then it will open up and more of the refrigerant will go into the evaporator.
Amit, types of pumps बताओ थोड़ा सा मुझे please.
Basically, there are two types of pumps: rotodynamic and reciprocating pumps.
Again, okay.
So there are two types of pumps: rotodynamic and positive displacement pumps. Rotodynamic pumps are of two types: centrifugal pump and axial pump. On the other hand, the positive displacement pumps are basically of three types. One is piston type, and other one is rotary type, other is linear type, and third one is reciprocating type. Rotary type, we have screw pump, we have vane pump, we have gear pump. Linear pump, example is hand pump. I do not know the various types of pumps in this. Reciprocating pump, we have piston type pump and we have diaphragm pump.
Okay. I want to know, where do we use a centrifugal pump and where do we use a positive displacement pump, say like a gear pump or screw pump?
positive displacement pumps are basically used where there is not much flow of water, less flow of water. We use these pumps in less flow of water. On the other hand, the centrifugal pumps are used where there is high discharge of water, or we need high water to be discharged to some place.
Anything else?
These types of pumps generally pumps in alternate motions, and centrifugal pump directs the fluid in one go without any delay.
ओके अमित, अगला क्वेश्चन ये है, अगर मैं सेंट्रीफ्यूगल पंप और मेरे पास एक पॉजिटिव डिस्प्लेसमेंट पंप है, मैंने दोनों का डिस्चार्ज वाल्व बंद किया और मैंने पंप को स्टार्ट कर दिया, व्हाट विल हैपन इन बोथ द केसेस?
In centrifugal pump, the pump will only rotate, but there will be no discharge. In positive displacement pump, there will be high pressure. The pressure will increase on the discharge line, and it may crack the discharge line, or it may cause destruction to the motor as well.
Okay. So if I keep running centrifugal pump with discharge valve shut for like 20 minutes, what will happen?
Then the heat generation will start. It will also have negative impact on the impeller, but it will save the discharge line or discharge pipe from getting destroyed.
Okay. Normally people say that we have to start centrifugal pump by keeping the discharge valve shut. Why?
So basically, when any motor starts, it needs high electrical voltage to start up. The first reason is to decrease the load, on the motor. If we will open the discharge valve, it will have to push. It will have to start itself. Then also it will have to push the liquid to the discharge line. That will increase the load on the motors. That's why we always start the centrifugal pump with the discharge valve closed. As the motor starts, we will open the discharge valve.
ठीक है, आगे बढ़े. Okay. Name some boiler mountings.
Safety valves. There are always two safety valves present on the boilers. Both the safety valves are set on very nearby pressures. Like one safety valve will be at 9 bar, so the other will be at 9.2 bar or 9.3 bar. So in case one gets failed, other will do its job. They are mechanical spring loaded, and they usually blow off the steam whenever the pressure increases than the desired pressure. Second one is the feed line, the feed valve.
Feed check valve.
It basically checks on the feed water that is given to the boiler. Once, suppose this is the boiler, and we need this water line in the boiler feed. Here it will be the line. It will be full of water, and here will be the check valve. There is the pump. Whenever the water goes below this line, this valve will open, this pump will start, this valve will open, and it will fill in the water. Whenever the water will close this line, this check valve will close itself, and the water will not be drawn into the boilers.
Scavenging.
Scavenging is the process of removing of the exhaust gases from the cylinder.
Okay. Why is it required?
Because scavenging is basically part of the two-stroke engines. We do not have inlet or exhaust valve that will open or close itself. But in the two-stroke engines, we use the inlet gas to push the exhaust gases out of the cylinder. That's because if the gases will not go outside completely, then they will cause an abnormal combustion. This abnormal combustion will
Why if gases don't go out, why will they call it abnormal combustion? That's what you're saying, so?
So because combustion will be best in fresh air. combustion will be best in fresh air. Let's suppose there are exhaust gases remaining here. It will contain CO2, it will contain nitrogen. They will hamper the they will hamper the temperature at which the fuel will burn.